Wonderful people.
Hey.
Hey! I feel like I should have combed my beard out a little bit. See these grays? They're so visible now.
I mean, it's all good.
Gray.
Keep them. They're
Gray
good. Salt and pepper's cool now.
Apparently so.
Yeah, except when it's in
I don't
weird
know.
places. I had one eyelash that was gray one time, and I had one in my eyebrow that was gray. Just one, not like a bunch. Just
I
that
have my
one
side
fucking...
hairs. I decide when it grows out, they get all gray, but I'm not doing that Reed Richards shit because it'll be like a Reed Richards, George Jefferson. And,
That's not bad though. That's not bad. I kind of don't mind it in the beard. I don't know how I feel about the hair. It's like the top of my head itself, but the beard I don't mind actually.
well, I mean, when you're bald, it just looks weird. I don't want to do. I mean,
Your beard's weird. Who said that? Who said that? Oh, Machine Gun Kelly in his diss song to Eminem. Where he's talking about how Eminem's beard looks weird. He's like, your beard's weird. And it's like,
weird.
what kind of line is that in a diss?
A Machine Gun Kelly diss. That's exactly what it was.
I still think Kelly cooked him. That's just me.
What?
He did okay, but I don't think he cooked him.
Crazy. You know what? Ever since you said that Kid Cudi Eminem song was trash, I can't take anything you say on Eminem or Kid Cudi seriously anymore.
Well, okay. That's I mean, nice. Okay. Seriously, that's mean. I mean, like,
no. I felt like what you said about that song was mean. That song was so dope. I couldn't believe it.
Maybe it's a kid. Maybe it's just that I don't like either artist. So I mean, it's just
I think that's
fair.
Yeah, like I don't think MGK killed Eminem by any stretch.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also a matter of opinion. That's what hip hop.
Okay.
Speaking of hip hop, guys. Speaking of hip hop, happy birthday, hip hop.
Yeah, true.
Hip hop turned how old is it? 47, they said? 47. 47 years old.
What marks the official day?
A lot of people consider it the day August 11th, the day that Kool Herc threw that first hip hop party.
Yeah.
August 11th, 1973. There was he did a party, like a school thing, and was like scratching and like mixing and stuff, and that was like one of the first iterations of what people consider hip hop. Shout outs to Lee J, who was Lee J was just like, yo man. No, actually he was like, yo King, it's hip hop's birthday. I should if I'm gonna do Lee J justice, that is what he wrote. So shout out to Lee J.
I was gonna say you're missing the King part.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Okay.
Then also big shout outs to one of our fans, someone that's been supporting the show from day one, Mark Phillips, because it's his birthday today.
Oh,
so shout outs to Mark Phillips.
I just saw him comment as you said that actually.
Oh, did he? Oh yeah, what's up, fella? Yo, what's up to you, birthday boy?
Happy birthday, man.
I'm not sure what year you're born. I also won't put your business out like that. Happy birthday, whatever age you are.
What you mean? He's like 25 years old.
Yeah, man, he's a young man. He got a fam and the whole life and all that youth and whatever.
That's right.
Whatever
That's
it is.
right.
So shout out to him. And yeah, man. I mean, how do you guys feel about hip hop? Like from Kool Herc DJing in a school to WAP. This is hip hop.
Okay,
oh, come on, don't be mad at WAP. Why that face?
Wait, hold on. You brought up WAP.
Of course I brought up WAP. Everyone should talk about it.
This is new. Why are we acting like this is new?
I don't know. I'm on the same page as you.
Because it's probably so blatant this time. Not blatant.
What do you mean? I want to lick. That wasn't my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack.
Yes,
I'm with Toby. I'm with Toby.
Also at a time when hip hop wasn't super mainstream and taking over, like it is.
Okay.
That's
an interesting point.
True.
That's an interesting point.
And for God's sake,
social media has shown us just how sensitive people truly are at their core.
No, but I like what I gotta say. Skinny's point is mad valid. The fact that neck, back, Kia was out there and people didn't pay attention to it because hip hop itself wasn't that popular, but Cardi B and Megan are like so globally recognized that when they do a song like this, like people don't even recognize the reference. Half of that video is based off the black American princesses with Halle Berry, Babs, like that whole imagery and everything.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw that,
go listen to like Lil Kim's first 5 albums.
Yeah.
I don't know how many albums she has.
That was great, but none of the songs were called Wet Ass. Yeah.
Wet and Gushy.
How many
The radio
licks
edit.
is another one? Like, I don't
They
know.
still had like the clever names. You know what I mean? Like it took me 3 minutes into like however long the song is. It took me like 3/4 into it for me to like catch the hook. And the minute I caught it, I was like, oh, and I turned it off because I was like, really.
You didn't. You really didn't like it that much?
Not that I didn't like it. I love the
okay.
beat. The beat's wicked.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I didn't hate the song because again, it's been around like that before.
Yeah,
but once I caught that, like, okay, you guys literally just called it WAP because of what it means, and you couldn't think of a like clever name for it. I was just like, get out of here, man. Stop.
I thought that was pretty clever.
Really?
Using the acronym. How many times that's been done in rap?
But again, they used the acronym and they turned around and had a whole imagery set up to look like a movie that no one remembered. I remember that movie because I liked that movie. I remember I watched it when I was a kid and it was like, this is a weird movie. Also, Jewish American princesses were like a big thing. I don't know about you guys, but when I was in school in TMR in Montreal, there was a lot of Jewish American princesses at my school. Yeah. So then that to see Black American princesses as a movie and the whole like kind of flipping it and the whole joke. And then here we are 20 years later and we flip that again into a music video with the most famous 2 female rappers right now throwing the reference back. I like that. That's why I like the whole WAP. I was just like, you kept it simple, but I like what you did here. I like the whole play.
I think the counter to this whole movement is to bring back all those raunchy songs from the late 80s, early 90s, the 90s to the early 2000s, and just be like, hey, you think this is bad? Listen to this, and just drive up the sales of those fucking songs because this is fucking dumb.
Yeah,
this is for women.
Got arrested.
Like, what's that?
2 Live Crew got arrested for their lyrics on stage and some of the stuff they were doing on stage.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't think
if R. Kelly can run around these streets for this long and no one said anything till now, a couple ladies talking about how much they love their own damn bodies should be all right with people, man. Shut the fuck up. All right, I'm done.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, that's fair. I agree with that too.
That's fair. That's beautifully fair.
I wasn't talking to you though, Skinny. I was talking to everybody.
No, but I mean, like, what I'm thinking. What about timing?
It is a sensitive time. This is like everyone's freaking handing out cancels like nothing these days.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
Black Lives Matter.
What going, Brian? What
are you talking about? The Black Lives Matter thing? Because I had a similar conversation in one of my. I'm in one of the Blurred groups does a weekly like video podcast only for the group, and they invited me this week, and I jumped on. And shout outs to those guys, the Blurred family, and shout outs to CD. Who's like a hip hop DJ in New York, and he brought that up. He said, "Is this the right time when we have so much going on in the world to drop a song like Wet Ass?" And the reaction was, some people are just like, "When is it ever going to be the right time?" Though we've always had issues in the Black community. We've always been targeted. We're being more vocal about that. Why can't we also be more vocal about Black love and Black bodies and stuff like that?
I thought you just be more vocal about everything that's normal.
Yeah,
right.
That's what people were saying.
I'm thinking they had this in a tuck for a little bit, and whoever put it out decided, or I don't know if they were maybe, I don't know. I'm conspiracy guy this week, so I'm just gonna leave that alone.
I like conspiracy guy though. Conspiracy guy makes for a fun talk.
Okay, so conspiracy guy thinks that whoever it may be, maybe Leo Cohen, maybe whatever, got pressured into, hey, they keep talking about Breonna Taylor not being really justified and stuff. Let's put out WAP and get them to party with that, so that they take their minds off of it a little too much, and so on and so forth. And then another controversy builds up, and then the kind of Breonna Taylor thing calms down.
Well, okay.
I would be said about a lot of things to detract them from other situations.
Guys,
too, right?
Well, yeah.
I've been saying that about basketball. I've been saying that about any of the sports. I've been saying that about the politics. But I will say this though, to Skinny's point, those conspiracies that people are throwing around about this song taking away from Breonna, Cardi B, Megan, Mulatto, Normani, all of them are the first to say arrest the cops who shot Breonna Taylor. Like, they'll have an image about the video, and then the next image in their story is not peace, but justice for Breonna Taylor. So I mean,
but the simple fact that if you guys think this is gonna distract us enough, you got another thing coming. And I like the fact that people are smartening up to these random ass freaking things that are happening. That are meant to quote unquote distract you from like a mission of justice.
I'm also not saying that Meg or Cardi were in on the releasing of the video. I think the label just did it, and then they had to obviously jump on it because it's their music. and their Instagrams aren't managed by themselves, really. You know what I mean? So, like, there's a lot because I mean, look at what Meg's tied up in this.
I think Cardi definitely manages her own Instagram.
Yeah, true. It does feel like Cardi manages her.
I don't follow her, so I don't really know, but I imagine, probably.
Yeah, I feel like more than like, hey, and also if it is all part of like, hey, this is your image, run with this kind of marketing scheme, sure. But if this, she feels 100% her personality.
Oh yeah.
Actually, matter of fact, out of all the female rappers out there that are quote unquote mainstream, she's probably the most normal one. You know what I mean?
Right.
In
Cardi?
my opinion, in terms of like, she is just her. I don't see any.
It's not as filtered.
Yeah. Which is interesting. So anyway,
she was the first one to tell us that shit is real with this coronavirus.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say. That video was an example of like, oh, I'm pretty sure she manages her own IG, because like how you gonna
in our time capsule, 2020 is gonna be that meme. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna say anything else about that year. It's just gonna be Cardi B saying
coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Shit is getting real.
Yeah. Since we're on the topic, oh man, I don't know if we should even talk about this, but shout out to Lebanon, man. That was some crazy shit to sort of wake up to.
Yeah, that was a wild one.
Was it even
No, that happened in the middle of the afternoon one day.
Yeah. Anyway, that was pretty rough, and I was just like, you go into a rabbit hole when you start looking into things, and like, how could something like this happen?
Yeah,
is it a coincidence? Is there a conspiracy at hand? And things I start unveiling things like, for example, Israel and Lebanon were having a thing maybe a week and a half before the whole thing went down.
Yeah.
Israel saying they stopped the Hezbollah attack, and the intel said it was Lebanon who was behind it. So like everything just, and then they can send someone in to make things look like an accident. I know the people of Lebanon are going through like this whole sort of political thing that we're not privy to, right? You know what I mean? So things just don't feel like a coincidence, and I feel like this year, I know the world has always been a bad place, but this year
it feels extra bad.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if 2020 is gonna end. Does that make sense? I think we're gonna be confined to 2020 for a long time, like the 2020 mindset.
Oh, the
every
energy
year we were able. What's that?
The 2020 energy.
Yeah. I don't see it getting like this whole elections in the States. That I don't know what's gonna happen there. Canada's been kind of quiet the past couple of months, which is great.
Smart.
Yeah, exactly.
If I was a country, I would be like, yo, I'm just gonna try and stay the fuck out of the public eye right now, because all y'all are acting crazy.
Yeah, honestly, I genuinely want to see aliens. Like, I think we need to freaking end this here on a highlight and bring the aliens down.
Hot damn!
You see all the leaks of the Pentagon saying that we have alien material and we're gonna release it soon. Did you guys see any of that?
Yeah. And then they like and 2020 is so crazy that when they released that information, everyone was just like, okay, that's just another thing. Yeah, there's just another thing to deal with. But I'll say this for the Beirut thing real quick.
Yeah.
Is there a possible conspiracy? Maybe. I do know that one of the stories that came out was that the people who are working the port and managed it have been trying to get them to move those materials that were on that site for years. Because from what I understand is there was a boat that came in with the material. They figured out what was on it. They weren't allowed to have it. It wasn't on the manifest. So they tried to seize them, and the people at the dock essentially fled. They didn't stay. So they seized the materials and took and brought in the boat, but they couldn't really charge anyone except like trying to figure out who and go through all the channels. But at that point it's probably all like fake information or whatnot, or things have been doctored and people have been paid off. And then so they've been for years, they've known that stuff was there, and then it got blown up. Now,
who knows how many other people knew that stuff?
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. The conspiracy part comes in with, if you have, remember, what were we watching? Oh, I was watching someone explain, John Oliver was explaining how conspiracy theories work. And the amount of people you would need to know to keep a secret for a conspiracy to actually work is like insane. Like after like 11 people, they say a breach would happen within a couple days. Because there's just too many people. So if at this point, think about it. If you have highly explosive materials and that's supposed to be kept secret, and it's like a government secret that we have all these explosives. How long before it starts to spread out to people that
How long before that one guy goes to a bar, gets drunk, and says something, or someone that wasn't even supposed to see it walks by, sees it, and they tell them, but like, shh, don't tell anyone.
Exactly.
And come on.
And there's material, and then someone finds out, and someone who doesn't, someone who's like, hey,
you could sell that information. That's legit intel to other countries.
And that's, once again, this is a podcast. We're just shooting the shit. We don't know any of this for a fact. We're just, conspiracies are something interesting to talk about. And when, and much like that, they were saying on that John Oliver episode, when something like this happens, it's so hard for us to just cope with the idea that this is just a natural act. Like, I don't like the idea that there is that kind of explosion just happened because people were lazy. Scares the fuck out of me.
Negligent.
Yeah, I would rather know that there's a conspiracy than to think that someone just left that stuff there randomly and let that kind of explosion happen with that many people dying, because then it feels even more useless and insane. Just the idea that someone just let that happen because they didn't do their jobs scares me. So
it's crazy. A lot of the country's resources, apparently the wheat resources was also held at the
there's like a whole bunch of stuff at the dock there, and
so I mean. It feels a little too targeted for me, but I pray it wasn't. But at the same time, if you can make sense of it, maybe you can solve it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, hopefully something like that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Just the way this year's going doesn't leave much to.
But to be
inspired by, I guess.
Some positive notes for this year, entertainment-wise, we continue to be able to distract ourselves and numb our pain.
Yo, Netflix is the real MVP. I never gave Netflix their due. But
facts.
Quarantine showed me their freaking value.
Yeah, these guys
and I really, truly hope they make bank for the rest of however long they exist.
Yeah, agreed. The fact of, for example, Project Power drops Friday. We talked about it when the trailer came out. Jamie Foxx, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, a relatively new actress. Oh, man, I totally just forgot her name. But she's playing a character named Robin, which is hilarious because there's that whole scene in the trailer where they said it's like Batman and Robin. So that movie drops on Friday. People are really excited. I mean, it's kind of another one of those distractions. It's a type of movie that easily could have been released in theaters, and Netflix put their money where their mouth is and was just like, yeah, let's get this one and get this project off the ground and put that on the streamer.
It looks fantastic.
It looks amazing.
Another reason why I said Netflix should get their due is on top of actually having content planned way ahead in advance.
Yeah.
I like their method of getting things done. Then just here's the money, go shoot in 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
They also hit a lot of the diversity. Like they check a lot of that diversity column.
Yeah.
Movies from different TV shows from different countries, movies from different countries, different types of cast, leads, and dude, everything.
Yeah.
Like I have no complaints, and I hope they crush Disney. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. In some way, shape, or form, I hope Netflix gets to that level.
Well, I mean, Netflix is at what? Netflix was hovering around 130 million subscribers, and Disney was expecting to get to 80 million in 4 years. They got to 60.5 in less than a year. So they are making really fast moves. I can't imagine any of the other streamers.
It's Disney, right? Netflix is little fish compared to them.
But yeah. I was going to say
their
Hamilton
network seemed to be pretty close.
Yeah. And Hamilton is the reason that Disney's had a huge jump. Because when you have that much buzz, and they got rid of the free trial right before they announced Hamilton was coming out. So people were just like, oh, perfect, I'll sign up with the... Oh, no, there's no free trial. You have to pay at least for 1 month to see Hamilton.
To watch the original cast thing that was filmed.
That was a big move by them. That was smart. They gave everyone that free week, right? It was 1 free week, and then when they announced that they got Hamilton, the free week was up. Like they weren't going to be giving away free week anymore, which was smart.
That seems like a planned thing.
Oh, 100%. If I'm Disney, I know I have one of the hottest tickets. People have been like paying thousands of dollars to see this thing on Broadway. We have
also a lot of people still haven't seen it because it's always sold out.
Exactly.
I saw it, and I'm I might go see the real cast do it. I was disappointed.
I watched it. I watched the Hamilton thing, and I was just like, okay. because this is much like Skinny with Stranger Things. Because the hype is so big for Hamilton, it could not live up to what I was expecting. Because people acted like this was the second coming of Cats. And I use and I've seen Cats. I've seen Cats perform, not live, obviously, but I've seen Cats. I've listened to the music. Cats is great, and I thought it was super interesting. But and Hamilton is great, and it's super interesting. But when I was watching Hamilton, I wasn't like, okay, this is
so. I think I get the thing here. So I've seen quite a few musicals, and here's my uneducated novice insight.
Yeah.
I've seen musicals live in person, and it's like, oh, it's cool, like to see this big production and people not mess up, and then see them hit every mark. Like that's pretty cool. The way the stage changes, all those, everything's pretty awesome. Yeah. I was like, whoa, I should have been seeing musicals all along. But the reason why I feel like Hamilton made this big buzz is because it's so unorthodox.
Yes,
right?
yes.
You're talking like full musical set movements, but it's set to like hip hop beats, R&B beats, pop and EDM. True, it's legit. Like,
it is cool.
You're expecting this whole Mary Poppins kind of musical, but it's very not. It's very
right. Okay.
Use the word I don't like to use. I was gonna say it's very urban, but I'm not gonna do that. Just scratch that. It's very now.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say that's the thing. It's very now. That's one of the reasons that Hamilton is so popular. From what I understand, it's one of the shortest Broadway plays too, right? Like, so.
They speak like we're speaking now. There's no putting on an affectation, except for the king in the play.
Yeah.
Who plays King Richard?
And then David Diggs, when he was doing his French accent, was pretty funny. But that's the thing.
But man. Like I said, seeing it live in Toronto without the original cast, I was disappointed because of all the hype. So I was like, oh, I wonder what it was like with the original cast. So now I could see everyone thinking the same thing as me, going, well, now I gotta go watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
To see what the original cast was like compared to these people.
And then imagine you made $7 a head for all those people who want to watch it.
They're dealing drugs
for 1 month. For 1 month, you paid $7. They sign up for Hamilton. They start watching all this other stuff on there because they're like, oh, you know what? I heard about this Mandalorian. Because I have it for a month. I might as well watch. So then a month passes. And if you're like me, you set an alert to remind you 2 days before. Cancel it.
Cancel? Heck yeah.
But then, you're like in the middle of watching a series and the alert to cancel comes on. You're like, maybe I won't cancel. It's $8. I can ride a second month. Next thing you know, you've done it 4 months and you're just like, man, I should have just done the year. Because at this point, so now you're looking at maybe doing the year. And that's how Amazon got me. That's how Prime got me.
I was canceling my Amazon Prime a year or two ago.
Yeah, exactly. That's how Prime got me. Prime was 100% like, oh, I'll watch The Boys. And then it was just like, I guess I could watch this other show. Oh, what's this other show? Oh, what's this movie I haven't seen? Next thing I knew, I was just like, you know what? I could get deliveries really quick. I might as well just pay for Prime. And then you get it.
Exactly it. Yeah. What shirt does that character have on? Research. Oh, I can get it tomorrow?
Yeah, damn. Bong.
That's the worst part, man. I don't even watch Prime. I bought an Amazon stick, and I'm just like, hey, Dad, go nuts. And he watches my Prime and whatever. Yeah. I do it for shipping.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
it.
Yeah, no, 100% for shipping. My Amazon is mostly for shipping.
Yeah.
Netflix, I bought the highest account because I have my family and their family using it.
Exactly.
I'm on the OD thing with Netflix, so I'm on the OD plan.
Yeah, I have same because I have the 4K. I have the 4K TV, and that first time I used the 4K and I watched it, I was like, "Good God, this is insane!"
I need to go back.
Yeah.
Yo, so here's the thing. I have two TVs, both of them big LED TVs. One's 4K, one's below 4K.
Yeah, the 1080.
I play Call of Duty on the other one that's not 4K, and I'm like, you don't see a difference. Then I go on the 4K, I'm like, why did you ever?
yeah.
Can I throw this? It's 55 inch, and I don't want it anymore.
Well, it's funny that you say that. At my place, my setup is I have the 55 inch, the old 1080 55 inch is the monitor I use to watch you guys when I do the podcast.
That's the one right behind me right here.
Yeah, so I have that in the office. I use the 55 inch, and then I have my laptop, and then the 4K is the one that we have out there where we watch movies and stuff.
Exactly the same. Exactly the same.
I got a Meager 40 inch. I'm cool. Like not even a smart TV. I'm good.
What?
Not even a smart TV.
40 inch non-smart TV, Samsung, old school model.
When's your birthday?
June 7th.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's already passed. Okay, next year you might get a 4K TV for your birthday.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna crowdsource this.
I thought Toby was gonna send his old one and use that as an excuse to get the 8K. He's gonna be like, yo, I need an 8K.
That's great. If I ever do decide to get rid of it, I might upgrade you.
Hey, I'm down. Hashtag skinny at 4K.
They're not. They're actually not that expensive anymore.
Yo,
I know
they've gone down. So.
Have you seen some of those 8Ks though? Like the
bro.
That,
I just got 4K. I don't even.
No, I know.
Yeah, I've seen. Crazy.
Oh, man.
I haven't been inside a Best Buy in a while. Man, I miss just walking into a Best Buy.
But that's the problem now, because Best Buy's just turned into Amazon, and now you're scrolling with your finger, and it's the same shit, and that's a problem for me.
You ever bought a TV off Amazon? That would be a craziness. My delivery dude would hate me. I don't know if I want to do that.
Oh, I did. My TV, I got it off my 4K one was off of Amazon.
Oh shit! Damn.
Man.
But they deliver it like UPS, like a special. It's not just like the local guy. Yeah, because because I know what Skinny's saying. For me, it's a random guy in a car that I see drop off every other day.
Yeah, I think for the big item packages, it's like a major delivery service or some sort.
Yeah. I know him.
He has it in the back of his like 4-door Civic. Like, this motherfucker just ordered a 60-inch TV.
Can't get this damn thing out of the car.
Imagine that. And then delivery people on Amazon have like an app where they have like X's on houses not to deliver to.
Yeah, you get added to the list.
That's funny.
Oh shit. Well, dude, that's why I got the ring light. The other day I was looking, and my mom asked me to order a pair of sandals for her, and I'm like, okay. And I go on to order the sandals, and then fucking smart Amazon's like, hey, yo, you've been looking at ring lights. Check out this ring light we got for $60 for a 12-inch. By the way,
you get those emails, right?
Yeah. By the way, it's a $15 coupon. You're only gonna have to pay $45. You sure you don't want it with these sandals? I'm like, why would I need a ring light with sandals? Fine, I'll get the ring light with sandals.
If you get the Amazon credit card, that's another 15% off.
Yo, every time. Every time. Yo, but I gotta say,
upsells all over the place.
But they have a better upsell than when we were in stores. Remember when you used to work in a store? When I worked at Bureau and Gros, Staples for those outside of Quebec, I couldn't upsell like these bastards.
No, man. Nah.
Yeah,
we couldn't give away deals like that. I used to do retention at Fido like years at 2002 or 3, so I know how bad it was struggling out here trying to get people to stay.
We just got a message from someone on Twitch. He wrote, I can't picture a teenager with his push bike doing deliveries around with a 40-inch strapped to his bike. That poor bastard.
Yes, I can.
I can see it too. You put a little hitch on his bike and just bike around.
A wagon?
God damn. That's crazy. Yo, shout outs to everybody who's tuned in, man. That's dope.
That's dope. Is this a Bel Air shirt from his website or?
No. This is the knockoff one. I didn't get that one yet.
Oh man, we have some decent prices on TVs out here, bro.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
Jeez, with my Prime, like get it tomorrow.
This is how they get you.
I love that when we're talking about things, you're doing it live.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy it, but what craziness is that I buy a TV at 7 p.m. and I get it tomorrow?
Yeah, that's right? Insane. That's insane.
No,
see,
that's
guys,
crazy.
This is the other problem.
Honestly, that's why the kids born in like the 2010s.
Yeah,
this is all they know, bro. Yeah. They know instant.
But this is why anxiety exists, because when you can't get things immediately and you've always gotten it immediately, your system freaks the fuck out. Like, can you imagine if they used the internet when like we did when we were kids? And I remember looking up pictures of Kathleen Robertson on
How long
the
did
internet,
it take to load?
And it would take a full-on 5 minutes to load a picture.
Oh man, listen.
Meanwhile, shout outs to Kathleen Robertson, Maniac Mansion, Canadian actress.
Oh man, wow, that's funny.
Canadian actress, one of my crushes from back in the day.
You know the meme of the guy who's typing so fast on the computer that he just like disintegrates his hands. That's literally what the kids would do if they had to deal with our internet back then.
Dude,
loading any kind of picture of anybody and it's like wild fake.
Yeah.
And then it X's halfway through.
Downloading anything. Dude, I remember trying to play video games on computer and like that shit would disconnect every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
StarCraft is crashing on you.
Oh, StarCraft. I miss StarCraft though.
Yo, that's why there was a period of time for like a 10 to 15-year period where internet cafes were the shit. Because you could go there and it was reliable and you could play Counter-Strike for 12 hours if you wanted. Uninterrupted. Dude, man, they got it easy today. You talk about anxiety, but it is linked to like the fact that we have to learn patience for a lot of things, right? We learn to be patient, we learn to wait, we learn to sort of let things manifest.
Yeah.
And these kids, if you don't respond to a text in like 5 minutes, they think you're done with them. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, the fact that like not replying to a text leads someone to create an entire story behind why you're not actually like, if they see the scene or the check mark and you don't reply, their whole lives go into a panic mode. And I've seen people do it. Like I was next to someone at work last year, and I remember she messaged someone about going out that night, and it said seen, and then the person didn't reply, and then like 20 minutes later, she's sitting there like, "Yo, you think she's okay?" And I'm like, yeah, she's probably just busy. She's just like, yeah, and dude,
like a regular person.
Yeah,
you know?
But she had this most panicked reaction, like, yo, I think something's wrong with my friend. It's like, yo, your friend has got like, you guys have gotten so accustomed.
She never doesn't respond within 5 seconds.
Exactly.
It's been 6.
Yeah, exactly. And then the girl answered an hour later saying, I was at a doctor's appointment. My phone was off. I'm sorry I missed your message. I can meet you. And then the girl's just like, oh, I must have forgot you told me about this. And it's just like, Jesus, like, yo, how did you run through?
Remember meeting someone and having to wait till you get home and to call them, and then chances are you call and they're not home because there's no way for you to know if the person is home. So you call, you leave a message, you don't hear anything, you call again the next day. You have to pretty much figure out when the dude, like,
dog, you don't want to catch your parent either, so you gotta call them.
You hang up after 3 rings. Okay, I'm gonna call your house. It's gonna ring 3 times. It's me. If I hang.
Yo, I got my parents to put in a separate line for me. I was paying.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Well, that only happened for me because of the internet. That was the only reason they got a separate line.
Yeah, I think we had
56K. Yeah, dude, the dial-up.
Yeah,
I never had dial-up. When I got the internet,
you went straight to.
Yeah,
I
only got a computer like when I was 17, so that was like, I don't know.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, okay, lucky you, man.
Yeah,
imagine trying to play Diablo or StarCraft on 56K. It was. It was nuts.
Oh shit. Okay, guys, we gotta continue because it's already 7:15 and we have a whole bunch of stuff we all want to talk about.
Well, I'm gonna just do a quick little thing on Fantastic because I didn't really finish it. So
okay.
So which Fantastic Four are you talking about?
Yeah,
the 90s cult one. Dave,
the really bad one.
Yeah, well, the really bad one, as they say. Dave lent it to me because apparently it's a cult classic or something.
Oh, it's made by Constantine Films. That's it, right? It's that company. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I guess the really bad one, and I mean, are we starting just like that?
Yeah, jump in, man. This is View the Right Thing, folks. We're jumping in.
So this old school Fantastic Four made in like, I don't know, early 90s. As they say, is really bad. So far, where I've gone into it, I don't hate it.
Oh no.
Mind you, I was working and it was in the background, but thus far, the only thing that I see, though Dave pointed out that was problematic, but that I realize now, Sue Storm is very, very young compared to Reed Richards. And Dr. Doom's costume is a little off. But and
Dr. Doom's is a little off.
Sorry,
I think everyone.
Yeah, dude.
How scary Ben Grimm looks.
I'm looking at pictures. And I'm like, yo, man, how are you telling me only? Like, there's a lot wrong. There's a lot wrong, Skinny.
Oh,
there's a lot wrong with
looks freaky. I couldn't watch this, bro. This is wow, he looks ugly as hell.
How did this get made? How did this get made in 1994 and no one heard? I never heard about this until way later. God damn, that looks bad.
Okay, sorry. What's the general storyline here on this one?
Yeah.
It's the origin story.
Okay.
As I've only gotten to up until the part where they escape Doom's laboratory because when they came back to Earth, they got examined on and they don't realize that it's Doom, but they just met Doom really. So yeah, but it's not terrible. I've seen worse movies made in that era. Like, you know what I mean? Made by Marvel or other comic book movies. Like, this is better than Superman 3.
That's fair. That's a really bad Superman movie.
So, and I mean, I'm not done yet, so maybe they'll get even worse. But thus far, yeah, Thing is really, really ugly. They almost had it. They just had to curve out his head a little bit more, like a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, his head. I don't even know what to call
like
this.
Like a Ninja Turtle.
Oh well, it's true. I mean, you gotta think this came out after TMNT 1, so like,
true.
This is what happens when you don't have Jim Henson money.
Like, that might have to be a title. This is what happens when you don't have Jim Henson money.
Yo, the Thing's got a full-on 8-pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10-pack. Jesus, what is this alien they have going on here, bro?
I like the guy who they casted as Johnny Storm. He looked all right.
Johnny Storm, who's that? Jay Underwood.
Yeah.
Oh, he does not look the same today.
No.
But is there like any commentary about like the movie, like how the movie was made, why it didn't get more visibility? Did you look into it at all, or you're just straight up watching the movie and you're like, whatever?
I saw it on a list of like the worst superhero movies ever made like years ago.
Is it right up? Is it right up there with Steel with Shaq?
God, it's around there with Steel. It was there with Steel and that like super garbage Justice League movie that they tried to put out that had like fire and ice and like a wacky Green Lantern and the Flash. So it was on the same list as that. And then I was at Dave's house and he was like, hey, have you ever seen this Fantastic Four movie? I'm like, what are you talking about? Then I remembered it and he lent it to me and here we are.
So, that's hilarious.
Wait, did that Justice League movie ever get put out?
I don't think it officially got put out.
Yeah, because I remember it being like a thing. It was like late 90s. We never knew about it.
Yeah.
Super tacky costumes. Yeah, I don't remember that ever coming out, but
yeah, it was probably
if the clip exists, I'd love to see that too.
I will say this though, things that don't get released sometimes when you do find them and you watch them, you're just like, okay, I see why this didn't get released. I'm okay with them not releasing. Like that Wonder Woman pilot, to this day, I've watched it and I'm just like, I remember watching it the first time and being like, this could have worked. And then watching it again recently being like, Lord save us. Mockingbird. It's good that you went on to do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Mockingbird, because that was way better than whatever this was.
Adrian Pilecki.
That's her name. Thank you. I couldn't remember.
She is plagued, bro. She is cursed.
That show's ending tonight, by the way.
I know. Series finale, man.
Honestly, shouts out to that show for lasting that long, and I'm glad they ended up not being connected to the MCU, because then it seems like
they really split from it.
Catch their stride, right?
They really split from it.
Rumor has it they're going to do Agents of S.W.O.R.D. now.
Hey, interesting. In this, but that's going to be connected to the MCU.
Right. Gotcha. So they're going to dead this and hopefully not bring back Coulson. But yeah.
Poor Coulson. That man. We're being told don't knock Steel. That movie is an artistic masterpiece. I can't even type that with a straight face.
Okay, I was like, where's the sentence going?
Shout out to Pedro, who's hitting us up on Twitch. But continuing with superhero stuff, you've played Avengers Beta. I see that.
Yeah, boy. Okay. So I pre-ordered this game twice. Like I forgot that I ordered a copy from Walmart and EB Games.
Oh shit!
And Walmart sent me the code for beta, and it was this weekend. So me and my buddy.
Wait, you don't get that for free on the thing?
No.
Oh, you have to have pre-ordered. Okay.
Damn.
So I've been on this pre-order for like a year now, and shouts to Crackdown Fitness out there, Oliver, man. Me and him, we got up on the game Sunday night. Connecting was a little wonky, but the game, I like it.
Yeah.
Combat can be repetitive, but it's still in beta. I understand, like, it's gonna work. Like, have you played SpiderMan? Either of you?
Yeah. I finished it.
Okay, so in like some of the rooms you go into are like the Kingpin fight sequences where you have to fight like waves of people.
Yeah.
And then sometimes like it'll be a different setting, but it's basically the same
fight.
thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the towers, the tower fights that you do.
Bomb.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were just talking about this last week, no? About how the Spider-Man gameplay was going to be versus everyone else. And anyway, sorry, go ahead.
So you'll get a lot of this in Avengers, but it's also like 4 characters at the same time, and the level's massive. So I love that. I love the fact that you had like you control Iron Man. You can't change people mid-game.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
Black Widow, you're stuck with Black Widow. She's the most well balanced out of everybody. So I stuck with her.
Interesting. Okay.
So here's my question, because this is what I brought up the last time we had a discussion about it. I don't think you were there for this, but if you pick Black Widow, is Black Widow only in a section of the map?
No.
Can you go to where Iron Man is? Can you go to where
you guys are all traveling together?
They all travel, but Iron Man can fly.
Yeah, he can fly. He can go far ahead. And then, but you'll still, but she has she has a way of getting farther ahead as well. Like where he can fly, she can like swing, right? Because she has her grappling hook. Sorry.
Yeah.
So they'll have like branches and trees that you could like grapple onto and swing, so you can keep up with Tony. So Hulk can just jump miles, and then like.
So Black Widow is essentially Spider-Man. Like it's gonna be the same mechanics for the Spider-Man.
Yeah, so they're gonna throw in Spider-Man too, where you'll be able to do like he'll obviously be able to swing in some places,
acrobatics and stuff, and
exactly. So they're gonna do something for each character. Like Hawkeye is gonna be in the game. I don't know how they're gonna give him like a way to
just give him a booster pack or something, bro.
I know, right?
Hawkeye at this point, just give him a jetpack and get it over
with. But the game so far, man, like I enjoyed it. The levels of difficulty is super nice. Off rip, I changed the costumes. You can buy like the costumes off with points and stuff, and I changed the costumes of all the characters. So anything I hated was right away gone.
Damn,
I like it. I'm excited.
Okay,
that sounds dope. I'm actually curious to see how the gameplay works too.
Our Twitch watcher wrote, the downside is that they have a skill tree, a gear system, and a cosmetic system, and a battle pass for each character, which feels like a bit much.
Oh, a battle pass for each character, bro?
Mm-hmm.
That is a money grab and a half.
Interesting. Yeah, it's going to be a lot.
Call of Duty has this thing called seasons, right? So after, I think, 45 days, they changed to season 2, and then 45 days, season 3. So now it's on season 5. Every season... you can either purchase the battle pass or just play without the battle pass and unlock things as you go. But that's for the whole season, not for an individual character. Now you can buy different characters and different guns outside of the main battle pass, right?
Yeah.
But that's crazy. If what I'm thinking is for every character you have to like purchase, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But every game is like that now, I guess, right? Every game is like
the battle pass is so that you can play with the character, that specific character in the like battle royale online or something,
and like upgrade them, and like so each character you pay for everything separately. That's what that sounded like to me. I don't think you can unlock things either.
Twitch Epic Pedro wrote, you don't need money to have the battle pass, but you can skip levels with money.
There you go. Okay. So that's the same concept. But then what I'm saying is, you said each character has a battle pass?
Yeah. Well, it wrote, and a battle pass for each character is what he wrote. Yeah. Or they. Okay. I actually don't know if Pedro. Okay. I mean, the name's Pedro, I assume.
I'll still get it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even want to play online. you know me. I just want to play the game. The only reason I like to beat games now is because then you can run around and fuck around, and that's why, like, for me, Spider-Man, I beat Spider-Man only so I could run around and just do crazy shit. Even the DLC when I got
a ton of Easter eggs for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Busy
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you think the addition of Spider-Man for the PS4 exclusive is needed? Like, based on playing it, do you see why they would need to add Spider-Man, or is that literally just a PS4 money grab? Like, we're gonna get money
grab.
Yeah. Okay.
PS4 it makes sense that it's a PS4 exclusive, though, right? He is a Sony character.
They're utilizing their exclusivity. I am down with that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
If you can work it in and not break the game, or even work it in so that it kind of like flows with the game and maybe add a little story in there, I am super down.
Did you play with Miss Marvel at all?
Already, I like her more as a character because of this game.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Good. That's what I was hoping for.
What is the point of her in the game?
She is the one who reassembles the Avengers, essentially. She's like
so that's the next phase.
Yeah.
She was there at 8A, and like you start off with the San Francisco bridge scene, so they show you that whole part. And she was there at 8A when shit went down, and essentially she kind of, I guess, they don't tell you exactly what happens, but I guess she discovers Bruce Banner first, and then travels with him to go find Jarvis, to go find Tony, to find the other Avengers, bring shit back and take down.
Is this canon?
No.
Canon in it's canon in, I guess, the Spider-Man universe, I'm assuming.
Oh, you think they're gonna link them? Because Square Enix and Insomniac aren't the same companies, so I don't see them needing to put them together.
Well, not necessarily put them together, but it's like how you have the Sonyverse and MCU that's in the same universe but not in the same universe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they acknowledge, but you'll never see
okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Crazy. Pedro also said you don't get to play with Thor.
Mm-mm. You get to play with Thor through the San Francisco part, and then that's pretty much it. Otherwise,
What?
yeah, you get him from the beginning because like it was a trial for like the weekend, so they let you play up to a certain point in the game.
Okay.
Oh, okay, but you do eventually get to play.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just a beta.
I only had Hulk and then Kamala, and I did a fight scene where I beat actually, Abomination beat the crap out of me. But then I beat the shit out of that boy. Oh man, that was fun. And then you go into a training room that's on like your kind of shield helicarrier like Avengers ship.
Yeah.
And you do training with Iron Man, then the game unlocks Black Widow and Iron Man for you, and then you can do other missions on the world map that are just like that's where those battle
rescue missions and stuff.
Yeah, that's where that comes in from SpiderMan, and you can change the level. So I think at one point when I was playing online with my friend, I changed it from like challenge 2 to like challenge 3, and that shit was intense because of the amount of times like they just keep coming at you and they hit you harder. And like if it's a game where it says recommended level like level 21, you better be level 21.
Yeah, okay. That's right.
You are dying and needing to be revived many times, and that's what made it cool with playing with somebody else and also having like Hulk as an AI and Kamala as an AI because it feels like Avengers.
That's so.
It feels like you're getting fucked up. Tony, I need you to blast this guy away from me because I'm gonna die.
This sounds to me like Thor is gonna be OP in this if they're only letting you play a little bit with Thor.
I mean, it's just now. Yeah, no, you're right. No matter what, Thor's as a character is essentially just an overpowered character. We've always said
hardcore because you could throw your
that's what I'm saying.
Hammer and then punch some dude in the face and then get him like in front of you and then call the hammer back and it'll
smacks him. Yeah,
the way back.
That's cool. I like that because that's like Game of Thrones. Not Game of Thrones. God of War. In God of War, you can throw his axe and then call it back and it cuts through people.
That's sweet. Cap is in it too, right?
Cap is in it. I played with him a bit at the beginning. I mean, he plays like Cap. He has like a special move where he does that little like flip kick thing that.
Does he plays like Marvel versus Capcom Cap, doesn't he?
No,
no.
He doesn't do freaking shield slash or anything. No, he doesn't do that. Well, he does. He'll throw the shield, but like he doesn't. Yeah,
it's a little more tame. Okay, all right,
a little bit more tame. I didn't like him because obviously I'm not down with the costume. So the minute I get a chance, because I don't want to. I'm not going to ruin the game because I don't know anything about the game. But just because of comic books, we all know that Cap is dead.
Yeah.
Quotes.
Right.
And so whenever you get to play with him again in the game, I'm changing that costume.
All right.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, people will say it's repetitive, whatever, but as a guy who actually like games and worked in the industry for a bit, I like this game and I like that they spent enough time to get it at least this right because it has replayability with your friends.
Yeah. That's the part that sounds cool. The fact that you were describing as like playing online with your friends, you get to play one character, your friend plays another, the AI backs you guys up, and you guys go out and do missions, that's fucking dope. Like, that's really, really cool.
This is like from a different platform. Like, if I was on PlayStation, I could play with you on Xbox.
Cross-platform? Yeah, it is cross-platform, right?
I don't know about that. I don't know. Since Warzone is doing that, they maybe will introduce it later on. I mean, at this point,
why the hell not?
Right?
That'd be incredible.
Yeah.
So, powers that be, if you're listening, make this cross-platform, please.
They're gonna announce it tomorrow. It always happens.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, please do because that'll be crazy. Like, it's a sick feeling to be like Black Widow running, and then you have the Hulk who's running next to you, and it'll be like, and they'll just take
like
off.
Jumps. Oh shit, that's wild.
Cool. That's the first scene out of the second Avengers when they're fighting through the. Is it the second Avengers movie?
Age of Ultron.
Where Age of Ultron. Oh, Age of Ultron, where it starts with them running through the woods. Yeah. That was such a beautiful fight scene. Yeah.
Take the vibe of that fight scene, and that's the game.
Oh, that's dope. That's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Okay, dope. I like that.
The Civil War was not quite like that. It was
because they're split,
out,
right? Yeah.
No, Avengers. That's why I like Avengers 2 actually, because that actually feels like an Avengers movie, but then it just dragged on with the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't the strongest one.
Right.
I watched a movie that actually has a Thor in it or some semblance of what's supposed to be Thor. I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you guys saw the movie or heard about it, Mortal. It stars the kid from Death Note.
Yeah, so here's the thing. This sounds exactly to me like the premise of the show Ragnarok.
Yes, pretty much. Because I've watched Ragnarok and I watched this, and yes, you're right. It's pretty much the same thing, except a little crazier. I'll read the description. A fantasy adventure origin story about a young man discovers he has godlike powers based on ancient Norwegian mythology. It's a weird movie. Nat Wolff plays this kid named Eric. He thinks or is Thor or some kind of god. It essentially does look like he's Thor because the hammer comes into play at some point. He can control lightning. Yeah.
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Hold on, let me read the rest of this. While hiding in the wilderness of Western Norway, Eric accidentally kills a teenager in an inexplicable way and is subsequently arrested. Okay. And
but that's the thing.
Okay.
Like, for a movie, like when you're watching it, you're just like, oh, okay. But the pacing is so weird. It really feels like they skip a lot of stuff, and then the movie just ends abruptly. And I was just like, oh, like what's the other one? The evil Superman, Birthright?
No.
What's his name? Brightburn.
Brightburn.
Yeah, it ends the same way like Brightburn. It kind of ends with like, oh, we want to continue this, so we're going to end it this way so that you guys know we're going to try and come back with another one.
Is this an evil Thor story?
I
mean, I don't know if that's a spoiler or not. If anything, it'll make me watch it more. So
if it'll win you over, I mean, essentially he seems emotionally stunted is what is the vibe. He like the love connection that he has with this other girl seems like outlandish. It doesn't make sense that they fall for each other as quickly as they do. And then, things happen, and that ending, boy, I knew the ending was coming, and when it did, and when Thor goes crazy, I was just like, y'all are fucked. And then the movie just ends. That's the thing that sucks. Because just when it
called?
Say what?
What's this movie called?
Mortal.
Oh god,
that's dope. I'm watching this.
Yeah, but that's it. I'm just telling you in advance. When it gets to the ending, you're kind of just like, you're ending it. Like, if you guys aren't doing a sequel or some kind of series or something, that ending is disrespectful. That's all I'm saying.
I saw this announced a little while back. It's from the same director as that movie. Have you seen Troll Hunter?
Yeah. I didn't watch it, but I've seen.
Watch Troll Hunter.
Okay.
One of the best. There was a certain period of time where like trolls. Maybe like 6 or 7 years ago, there was a bunch of troll hunting movies.
Yeah.
This was one of the better ones and probably the best one in my opinion. So this director to me has a lot of cred. So I'm definitely going to give this a look. Andre Overdole is his name. Yeah.
So check out Mortal. So I would give that a thumbs up. I also watched the movie The Wave with Justin Long and Donald Faison. That one is kind of a weird drug infused time travel type thing. I give that a thumbs up. It's fun. It's a fun movie. It's weird though. It's really weird. Like, you're going to watch it and you're going to be like, I don't understand. And then it's going to get to the middle point. And you'll be like, oh, okay, I think I get it. And then it gets to the end and you're like, wow, I did not understand. But I like that ending. Like, that's how I felt. Oh, I think Toby got frozen. Toby, you good? I think we lost Toby for a sec. And then the other one that I watched was The Platform, which is a Netflix movie that came out. It's I think originally a Portuguese. You know what? Let me double check before I say Portuguese, and it's not Portuguese. And then all these people get mad at me. The Portuguese start coming at me, being like, "Hey yo, we don't all sound the same." It's like, my bad.
Hey yo, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like this kind of a crazy movie about it's originally called El Hoyo, which is the hole, I guess. And I'm trying to find what language it's in. Damn, I don't see the language anywhere. I'll try and find out for you guys. Apologies, but we did lose Toby real quick. We'll get him back in a sec, hopefully. But yeah, man, I watched this one. The whole, it's crazy. It's like this wild story of like what seems like a prison, and it's a hole, and the people up top, like, so the way they feed the people in the thing is. Welcome back, buddy.
Thank you.
The way they feed the people in the hole, or the platform is the top floor people get they make enough food for all the layers all the way down. You don't know how many floors there are, right?
Okay.
They make enough food that everyone could eat if everyone only took their share. But
but by the time it gets to the bottom, there's nothing left.
But dude, by the time it gets to like level 40, there's nothing left. Like people gorge, and that's the point.
Yeah, I've heard of this movie. Yeah, I realize. Yeah, okay, I know the. Yeah.
And like, dude, it gets nasty. Like the top level end. So every month you get moved, and you don't know where you're being moved in the prison. So you could be on floor 6, and then the next month be on floor 222. And then the next month be on floor 170, and then the next month be on floor 2. Like, you don't know. So the whole thing is you have to survive your month and hope for the best.
This is kind of like a twist on Snowpiercer a bit.
Yes, yeah, but except they're all in prison. Like, the people upstairs aren't like living in lavishly. They're all in prison. Yeah. It's just that they get to eat.
But what's the? I saw this got bad reviews though.
Yeah, I would say They say it's a horror thriller. It's not a horror thriller.
Is that what hurt it?
Yeah, I think the fact that it's like you said, it's like Snowpiercer. It's a commentary on the social status, right? Mm-hmm. That's all it is. That's what they were trying to do, but they tried a little too hard to get the horror and gore thing going. Like, there's scenes where, like, you know, dead bodies like eviscerated and like cut open because people in the lower levels start to eat each other because they don't get food for a month. So they start acting animalistic. So like, if you're someone who's been on floor 150 and then you've been on floor 50 and then you've been on floor 222 and you haven't been above for a long time, you start getting aggressive and dangerous. So you start like essentially just eating people. So, you know, it turns some people into cannibals, and it was a weird story. This one, I give it a thumbs down because at the end, it was interesting, but I didn't like it. And the ending pissed me off. It's another one of those things where it's just like, here's an ending and end. Here are some titles. And I was just like, okay. Like, they ended in a way that's vague where you're supposed to wonder, like, is this person? Oh, okay. I guess I will never find out. And then that's it. That's just how it ends. And I'm okay with that if it's interesting. Like Inception, when he spins the top and I never know, that's cool. In this one, when he walks away at the end and I'm like, but does that mean this? And you don't know. And I'm like, and then they cut to someone else and it doesn't even end with the lead character. The last shot is of somebody else doing something. And I'm like, you guys introduced this character in the last act. I don't care about this character, but whatever.
Okay. Yeah. I think they probably screwed themselves over with that then.
Yeah. So that one's a thumbs down. So Immortal thumbs up, The Wave thumbs up, the Platform thumbs down, and then the last thing I watched was The Tax Collector. The only reason I put it on the list is because everyone was talking about Shia LaBeouf being in brownface, and I gotta say,
he's playing
he's playing a white chulo.
Okay,
but he's not, like, the thing is, he's a white kid. It's like he's a white kid who grew up in that community, so he's not doing.
He tanned a lot.
Yeah. But he's not doing it to disrespect anybody. He's
no.
Like, we all grew up.
What you're saying is, again, it's overblown.
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Yeah, thought so.
Like, when I saw people saying, like, yo, this brown face is race, I was like, guys, we all grew. If you grew up in like a, not a ghetto, but if you grew up in like a city situation, metropolitan city, and it was a predominantly black neighborhood or a minority neighborhood, and there was those,
some of that color will rub off on you.
Yeah, there was always that one white kid. Like, shout outs to Jeffrey. Jeffrey lived up the block. Jeffrey was white. Jeffrey was poor. Jeffrey hung out with all us black kids. Jeffrey spoke like us. That's not Jeffrey's fault. What do you want Jeffrey to do? The white kids didn't accept Jeffrey because he didn't have as much money as them. Meanwhile, all of us were just like, we don't give a fuck. You can hang with us, play basketball, skateboard, bike ride. We don't care. You're chill. We're chill. Then Jeffrey would talk like us. That's it. That's all it was. So if Shia LaBeouf's character Creeper grew up in the chulo culture and, you know, kind of talks like this every once in a while, I'm not going to front on him because he speaks like that with his friends, because that's where he grew up and that's the accent he heard the most around him. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, that's cool.
Also, though, it's not a good movie, though. Yeah, it's not a good movie, though.
Oh, it's not?
No, I'm sorry.
No.
All that to say, when I watched the movie, I was just like, I don't like this movie, but I mean,
I wanted to.
man, dude, watch it for yourself though. You might like it. You might find this interesting. I didn't like it. That's me.
Okay. I mean, we generally have the same taste in things, but okay.
I didn't
it
like
is Shia. I think Shia has an acquired taste now.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf, but he's not even the lead. He's like he plays second to this other Latino dude. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, Creeper is a great character. Shia does a good job with him, but he's not the lead character. The lead character is what's the dude's name? Hold on, I'm trying to open it to find out. But that lead character.
This is a David Ayer movie.
Yeah, and it's in the same universe as Training Day.
What?
It's in the same universe as Training Day. Yeah, but it's not like it crosses over. It's just that one of the gangs in it is a gang you meet in Training Day. That's pretty good. It's the same way that Sons of Anarchy and the Mayans are in the same universe.
Yeah, but still, that's still like
yeah,
it's still big.
But
that is crazy how much it's getting roasted online though. I'm just looking this up.
Yeah,
right now.
it's not a good movie. That's the thing that sucks. Like it's fun to watch.
And he got a tattoo for this movie?
Did he really? Did he get a real tattoo?
He got a real tattoo apparently for this movie.
Oh shit! Because he does have a lot of tattoos. You see him having a lot of tattoos, but I didn't realize he got one specifically for the movie.
Yeah, I hope it's not a big one.
The lead character is this dude, actor Bobby Soto, who's playing David. David's an interesting character, but at the end of the day, when you get to the end of the movie, you're just like, you guys did all of this. You know what it reminded me of? If you guys are religious, you'll get this hint. If you've read the Bible, the book of Job, where you can take everything away from someone to test them. That's what this movie feels like.
Okay.
And that's why that's why like when I watched it, I was just like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. And then meanwhile, you have Shia LaBeouf running around with his accent and like always has his hand on his hip for his gun and, talking, a little bit of an accent. It's like, yo, David, I'm your brother, man. I have your back forever. It's like, okay, Shia. Yeah. Like he doesn't do it the whole way, but there's times where like at one point, one of the cousins, he brings a girl to a party and the cousin is there and the cousin says, oh, are you the new girl that he brought? And Shia's like, yo, and the girl like gets up and gets mad and walks away. And he like puts like gun finger up and he's just like, you play too much, and he walks away and like, oh my god. like these like really cheesy scenes. Yeah, it's silly. Yeah, yo, Omar Sonics just wrote Training Day Cinematic Universe. Yeah, pretty much, because from what I understand, David, the director, this movie, Training Day, and another movie are all set in the same universe. I don't know what the other movie is. I
don't. David Ayer, he's struck out a lot in the past 5 years for me, so it might be a pass, man. I might not waste time on this.
I watch it at 1.25.
Yeah, I might have to on you on that train for this one if I do watch it.
Yeah. Because it was funny too because my partner was watching it with me and she didn't even realize. She was just like, "Oh, it's done already," and I'm like, "Yeah." And then I told her afterwards, I was just like, "Yeah, I watch it. We watched it at 1.25." She's just like, "You know what? That's okay." the fact that she was just like, "You know what? That's okay." I was just like, "Okay." Oh wait, is End of Watch in the same? Oh no, Harsh Times. Harsh Times.
Okay, I was gonna say End of Watch seems to be a standalone.
Yeah. Harsh Times, Training Day, and this movie are supposedly all set in the same, I guess, Training Day cinematic universe. Whatever.
Okay.
Wildness.
Where anything goes. I was going to say the way before I got disconnected before reminds me of the Lakeith Stanfield movie, Sorry to Bother You. In the motif. I don't know. But it's probably not along the same lines at all.
I like that movie. I like the beginning of that movie. We've had this discussion. But then the end gets weird, and I was just like, and then I hated it.
In the end, it got weird, and I hated it.
Because that's Boots, right? The rapper. What's his name? Shit, I can't remember right now. But I just remember getting to the end and being like, nah, man, I can't. Piss me off. Yeah. So those are my movies, man. Toby, you were saying you were gonna continue with Cursed and how to sell drugs online.
Yeah, so you talked about Cursed a little while back.
Yeah.
That movie with Catherine Langford, or TV show, sorry. Okay, so I watched past 2 episodes, and it does get a little better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
The first couple episodes, to me, things just feel like they're thrown at you, and I like that they didn't go with the origin story, but it just didn't stick to the wall, right? But once you get settled in the drama that takes place in her village, then it's like, oh, now it's just on the run, hiding from your enemies. Then it's kind of more bearable to watch. And then Merlin is, to me, is the best part of this whole thing.
Yes, yeah.
He's the guy that plays Floki, right? On
yeah,
Vikings?
he is. I love that dude. You know who his brother is?
Who?
He's a Skarsgård. He's that whole Skarsgård family.
No way. Yeah. He's not a Skarsgård.
Yes, he is. I think he's
Floki a Skarsgård?
Yeah, I think he's the oldest brother.
Oh shit, Gustav Skarsgård.
Yeah, man, it's that whole family.
What? Yeah, that whole family is.
They're all good, man. I know, they're all solid. He does such a good job as Merlin, and I get that they were trying to pull away from the mythology of Merlin because it's been done to death. So I get that, but then you needed to not put an actor who's so good and so charismatic in the role because he steals his scenes. Every time he comes on, he steals his scenes.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Stellan Skarsgård's got some talent in his blood, bro. Oh, sorry, Stellar Skateboard. Yeah. It's got some. If you know, you know. If you know that joke, you know. Oh, man, that's cool. That's wicked. I didn't realize that. Yeah. Wow. I like it even more now.
Yeah. Kirsty's good, though. Yeah.
And then I started watching How to Sell Drugs Online Fast.
Yeah. How's that? Is it? Are you watching with subs, dubs, or just original? Because you speak French, so it's.
Yeah. I am watching it with subs, the English subs.
Okay.
It's not bad. So some shows, it just doesn't click, doesn't mix.
Exactly.
But with the English accent, the way it's filmed, it feels very British in its sort of structure.
Yeah.
I like the randomness of the sort of AR situation thrown into the show. So augmented reality. So they insert video game, internet sort of motifs on the screen at the same time as he's speaking. It reminds me of Mr. Robot in that way.
Oh, yeah, I gotta finish that, by the way.
Yeah, me too. I haven't finished it yet. And it's about a kid who him and his girlfriend, they live in a small town in Rinsel, Germany. She goes away to the States for a year, and she comes back bougie.
Oh,
straight up, like on her. Literally, he's been looking for us to see her again. She lands in the air, and she was talking to him all the whole way there.
Yeah,
thinking like he's gonna go pick her up at the airport. She lands at the airport and just goes, "We need a break."
Oh,
like no, nothing. Just like, I'm not the same anymore. I need a break. Goodbye. And he's just like, what the?
I had a girl do that to me once, actually.
Oh, dude.
Legit. I had a girl do that to me. She came back from France and did the exact same thing to me. And I was just like, I told her, I'm just like, if you want to come back, the only difference is she was going to be alone in Montreal. And I was just like, I mean, I'm like the only person you know here. So if you want to ditch me, good luck. And I just, and I got a call back a couple days later. Anyways.
Sorry.
You don't know anybody. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but you're not from here and you don't know anyone. You don't make friends with people. And I'm the only person you kept in contact with. I literally had the key to your place and was keeping your place, checking on your place for you.
You come home and you say this. So you know what? I understand when people go away somewhere outside of their little town.
Yeah.
And get a taste of something completely different that they had it's all about the perspective thing, right? Going away somewhere and getting a different perspective of different cultures. You're like, oh, there's more than this little time I'm from. But for you to come back and then you had a plan with the boyfriend to, after you graduate high school, to both of you put money together and go to school in the States. So now you come back to the town and you break up with him because you feel like there's more to you than what there's a whole self-discovery thing going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what kicks off his little spiral. So him and his friends are pretty smart. They're starting this whole website online. I forget what it is. It's a website where you can sell so you know how we're talking about Battle Pass and you can buy weapons and buy armor and all these things. It's a website where you can go on and sell your level 100 hammer for this game to this person. Right? It's just kind of like an online video game black market.
Okay.
So that's the whole gist of their project. So you're supposed to know they're good at coding, and he is a pretty good hacker apparently. I don't know to what level he can hack yet, but as far as I know, he hacked into her Facebook. He started to stalk her pretty much.
Oh no.
He went down because he wasn't gonna do it at first, right? You could see him. He typed it in. He's like, there's got to be something up. There's no way this is so random. He goes on the phone, types in her email, types in her password.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything. And then the next day he sees her talking to this dude at school.
Okay.
And they were pretty close. And he's like, okay, yeah, something's up now. So he goes on and then he sees pictures with her and him. Like, you know.
He starts to put two and two together.
Exactly. But then in this case, it makes him irrational. He makes crazy irrational decisions. He finds out that she likes ecstasy. So he goes, you know what? If she wants to like be someone new and be this whole new, I can be that cool person too. So he went to go find drugs, and then that led him to meeting this big ass drug dealer. This drug dealer says, "Here, sell these drugs for me." He turns his black market website into a selling drugs online website, and bro, things get crazy.
That sounds like it escalates so quickly.
It escalates within 4 or 5 episodes. You're like, how is this kid? He doesn't understand. He's so naive to the world of drugs. He thinks it's just selling and he's just getting from a dealer, but he doesn't realize there's a lot of violence that comes with that domain. And they get their first taste of it about 4 or 5 episodes in, and then from there, you as a viewer, you're like, bruh.
Yeah.
This is only gonna get worse from here, because the people he ends up going to after for more drugs, because his business starts growing and he needs variety. The first batch he got from the first dealer were not good. People, you know, he has like an online forum, people commenting on it's pretty damn cool, bro. It's such a cool show.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna check it out because that does sound good.
He upgrades dealers, and then you realize those dealers are a little sketchy. They're a little too nice. You know, but then you start to find out why. And yo, dude, it's a really good show. I see the hype, and I'm buying into it.
Okay,
it's really well filmed too, and it has that British quick wit, boom, 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 kind of like let's get through scenes. That's why things move so fast, right?
Is it originally German though? Sorry, because I thought originally it was in French, which was my bad.
It is, because a lot of it was German references. The dealers at some point, the dealers he goes to are Dutch. Okay, so it's I didn't look it up. I don't know. You might be right, but I don't know why they would change.
I was guessing based on the aesthetic, because like you said, it's
exactly.
Yeah, it's British. So I was thinking like that whole like there's like a Netflix series called Mortel, which is a French one that looks similar to this one, and it's that whole like European style of like teen drama, thriller type. Wild, like we're mad stupid because we're young and we don't know what we're doing, and the world's a lot more dangerous and we should pay attention, like that whole thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's that. Yeah, but this, it's a really good show. 100% recommend. 100%.
Dope.
Netflix, by the way.
Oh yeah, nice. I think we got some time for geek news and rumors.
Yes.
So where do you want to start off with Shia LaBeouf, because we were talking about him just before?
I mean, I guess this is a rumor, so we might as well start. So there's been a bunch of rumors floating around the past